What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Stroger Productions with another video, and today we're going to be talking kind of about a little touchy subject. Some people, they prefer the 5.7 liter. Some people, they like the 6.4 liter. Some people, like the Pentastar V6. Others like to go above and beyond with the SRTs, Hellcats, and Demons. Today, we're going to be talking about the 5.7 liter matched up against the 6.4 liter. We're going to talk about costs. We're going to talk about why someone would choose a 5.7 liter over a 6.4. And in another video in the future, I'll probably be talking about why people choose the 6.4 liter over the 5.7 liter, if they have one, like I do. So, sit back, relax, as I talk about these two different beasts of a vehicle, and let's get into it, guys. So the very first thing that we're going to get into in this video is we're going to talk about the specs of the Chargers and Challengers that started coming out in 2015 and above. So the Chargers and Challengers right now are equipped with a 5.7 liter V8 HEMI that pushes out approximately 375 horsepower and 410 foot-pounds of torque. So first thing that I want to note on that is that the 6.4 liter comes with a 485 horsepower engine, so you're automatically getting 110 more horsepower when you pick up the 6.4 liter. And these cars both come with warranties, so you have to take into consideration that when you're getting the 6.4 liter, you have an extra 110 horsepower that you get to play with a warranty that if something breaks, you're fine. 100 horsepower is a lot. It's a big difference in these cars, and I've personally tested it out. I've personally driven both of them stock, and the 5.7 liter does not compare in power whatsoever. I mean, it's going to take quite a bit. It's going to take, some serious money to make it as fast as a 6.4 liter. Let's just be honest. 110 horsepower is not easy to obtain. You got a 4.4. Some people are hitting 4.2s in the Scatpacks 0 to 60. So with that being said, I mean, that is a considerable notice in power right there. Not only in your 0 to 60, but also your 1/8 time on the drag strip. It's noticeable. It's very noticeable. And you're going to have to dump quite a bit of money into a 5.7 liter 345 RT in order to see the same amount of power come out of the 5.7 as a 6.4 liter. And we could say the same thing about the SRTs, Scatpacks versus Hellcats, right? Because the Scatpacks and the SRTs have 485 horsepower straight off the showroom floor. And a Hellcat has 707 horsepower, unless you're going with the Red Eye Hellcat that now has 797 horsepower, which is mind-blowing for a street car. So you got to take into consideration that you've got all that power, all that play to do at the drag strip, and you don't need to really do anything to a Hellcat in order to whoop lots of cars' butts down there at the drag strip. So you've got the SRTs and the Scatpacks, which dominate the RTs straight from the showroom floor with a warranty. So really, I don't have to do much to my car in order to have a lot of fun with it. But if I want to, I can make my car have Hellcat power for cheaper than buying a Hellcat. Same thing goes for an RT. If you're willing to take the risk of voiding your warranty or having something go wrong, you can definitely make an RT have Scatpack power for less money than buying a Scatpack straight out. And that simply has to do with coming with a warranty and buying a brand new car. You can also buy a used Scatpack for in the mid 30s to even low $30,000 range. So you've really got to take into consideration here what you want out of your car. Do you want it to be super fast? Do you want it to be a sleeper with a 5.7 liter? Do you want it to just dominate Scatpacks? Because if you do, it's going to take at least the cost of a Scatpack in order to do so, right? I mean, you can maybe do it for a little bit less, but if you want to dominate a Scatpack, you're going to have to put in more money than what a Scatpack is probably going to cost. So I hope that's making sense for you guys, because I want to put it into perspective to where it's like, why do people buy a 5.7 and why do people buy a 6.4? 6.4 has a warranty and has all that power. Same with a Hellcat. 5.7 liters kind of lacking, but you can make it as fast as a Scatpack as long as you have the money and you want to take the risk. Alright guys, so the next topic that I want to get into is the fuel economy between the Scatpack and the 5.7 liter, because the thing that I find interesting is that the RT has 1 mile per gallon better in the city, and that's all that changes. So let me get things straight though. If you are romping on your 6.4 liter, you're obviously going to use more gas because it's a bigger engine and it takes more fuel to run that bad boy, right? So these things that they're saying are if you're driving your car moderately. If you're out there having fun every single day in both cars, right? The 6.4 liter is obviously going to use more gas than the 5.7 liter because it has more power, more combustion, all that stuff. So it's going to need more fuel to run it, right? So that could be a selling point right there. Why people get a 5.7 liter is because when you want to play, you're using more fuel, or less fuel, sorry, you're using less fuel in the 5.7 liter than you are the 6.4 liter. Plus, you don't need as high as octane in the 5.7 liter as you do the 6.4 liter. So you have to use 93 in the 92 or 93 in the 6.4 liter, but you can use regular gas in the 5.7 liter. Now let's talk about cost of repairs after your warranty is done and over with. So the 5.7 liter is on the cheaper side to fix if something does go wrong. But you've got to think, the 6.4 liter is considered a sports car. It's considered a sports car on your insurance, which we'll get to in a second. It's also considered a sports car when you're going to fix it. So the parts that you need to fix a 6.4 liter are considerably more expensive than an RT, and you can look them up anywhere. You can look up the price of a transmission between the two. You can look up the price of the motor between the two. You can look up the price of just basic stuff as well, and it's always going to be more. There's a tax. When you buy a sports car, there's a tax. And the Scats and the Hellcats and the Demons are all considered sports cars, all right? So just that's one reason that people might pick a 5.7 liter over the 6.4 liter is because the overall cost of maintenance, the overall cost of gas, the overall price of the car, those are all big selling points as to why somebody might go with a 5.7 liter and then, you know, try to mod it and become as fast as a SRT or Scatpack with the 6.4 liter or the 6.1 liter, or try and bump it up to the 6.2 liter with the Hellcat and, you know, make it just as fast as a Hellcat or even more, which there are RTs out there that can beat Hellcats. It just takes a considerable amount of money to do so. Alright guys, so the next topic that we're going to get into is we're going to talk about insurance, because insurance can be a huge selling point with the 5.7 liters over a 6.4 liter. So the 6.4 liter, I'll tell you right now that I shopped tons of insurance companies. I mean tons. And I had some from the 220 mark range all the way up to like $550. And that's great. It just depended on what I wanted to have for coverage, what I wanted to have, you know, in case I got in an accident or somebody hit me without insurance, whether I wrecked somebody's yard or something, you know, just personal property basically. So it depended on how much I wanted to have for coverage overall. And I went with a company that I thought I trusted, and you know, they're not the best. They tried to put aftermarket parts on my car, and I fought them tooth and nail, and finally they did not put aftermarket parts on my car except for the headlight. So the headlight was a very expensive fix, and they wouldn't budge on the headlight. So currently, as if you can see in some of my videos, that one headlight is a little bit brighter than the other, and I want to get that fixed so badly. I want to get some RGB halos to be put in there, probably just like the LED board switch or whatever it is from Diode Dynamics. I want to get that put on there. But back on topic, insurance prices are huge because your RT is going to have a price range, depending on your record, it's going to have a price range between $100 and $200, I would assume. Depending on your record. If you have a crazy record, you're probably going to be paying more than that, but I would assume anywhere between $150 to $200 more a month getting the Scatpack, based on the fact that it has a lot more power, it's a sports car, and that's just what they take it for. They say, oh, this person's driving around a sports car, if they get in an accident it's worth a lot more money, and they can pay for it because they have a sports car, so they tax the hell out of you. So basically that's a big selling point right there. If you are going to go with an RT, just know that you're going to be paying less money. If you go with a Scatpack or SRT, just know that you're going to have to pay more for insurance. And some companies won't even insure a Hellcat or a Demon. It's just a thing that they will not do. So also keep that in consideration if you decide you're going to go with something even better. All right, so let's talk about price right now, because the RT and the Scatpack have a pretty different price range. So the RTs are going for about $35,000 right now, brand new. Brand spanking new. And the Scatpacks, I've looked around everywhere, and I'm seeing prices between $45,000 and $50,000 for a brand new 2018 Charger or Challenger Scatpack. So right off the bat, you can tell that it's a $10,000 to $15,000 price difference, and that is going to take your payment up about $200. $200 to $300 depending on your credit, depending on your interest rate. I would say that you're probably going to be paying around $450 to $500 for an RT per month, and you can be paying anywhere between $700 and, well, I would say probably $650 to $750, even $800 depending on your credit and your interest rate, right? So that right there is a huge
amount of money
selling point as to why someone would most likely pick an RT over the Scatpack. Not only are you saving
huge amount of money,
$200 to $300 a month on your payment on your car, but you're also saving money on your insurance in a big way. The last thing that I'm going to get into is that I've heard people, trading in their Scatpacks because they want a 5.7 liter to make into a sleeper because they feel like they're the underdog, and everybody loves an underdog. They just want the challenge of putting money into it, modding it to its teeth, pushing out as much power as it possibly can, and competing with Scatpacks and Hellcats. It's very easy for a RT, if you are ready to take on that responsibility of something possibly breaking on your car. It's very easy to make an RT comparable to a Scatpack or even beat a Scatpack. It just depends on how much money, how much time you're willing to put into your RT in order to, compare and beat. But if you want to take on those Hellcats, it's going to be a whole new ballpark. You're going to have to go out of your way to really find a good tuner, a good modder, anybody that knows what they're doing. You better go to them, because if you go to somebody shoddy and they're trying to put twin turbos on your RT, man, I mean, I've watched a couple of YouTubers who have, put a Pro Charger in their car, and the tuner just can't get it right, and they have to go back endlessly over and over and over and email back and forth and figure out a way to tune this car. Go to somebody who knows what they're doing. Make sure that if they say they're the best, that they are the best. And don't trust anybody with your car, because at the end of the day, if they say that they're going to do something right, I mean, look at Paul from Family Cruisin', right? He had his modded Hellcat fixed, or so he thought. And now he's having to go through lawsuits, he's having to go through, arbitration, he's having to go through all of this fuss and fight in order to try and get some of the money back out of his Hellcat that burned to the ground. So make sure that you know what you're doing, make sure that you know who your car is being taken care of by, and make sure that you have a plan of action if you're going to mod your car to Hellcat power. Alright guys, that is going to wrap up this video. I hope this video was informative to you guys and you learned something from it, or it helps you make a better decision whether you want to buy a 5.7 liter or a 6.4 liter Scatpack. But don't take it from me, guys. Go test drive a 5.7 liter yourself. If you feel underwhelmed, it's probably not the car for you. But what you can do is make sure that you have, some kind of financial down on that Scatpack to make sure that you guys are serious about it, and they may just let you take it for a test drive. I know a lot of people, they don't just come in and take the 6.4 liters off the lot. To do a test drive, you got to make sure that you have some kind of backing in order to do it. You either have to have really good credit or you have to have some kind of down. But what I'm trying to get at is that they don't let people drive the 6.4 liters or Hellcats off the lot very often unless they have some kind of, game plan behind it. So don't take it from me, guys. Go test drive one, check them out, see if they're for you. If they're not, that's awesome. Upgrade to the 6.4 liter. You will have a blast. I love driving my 6.4 liter as a daily driver, and it has been a blast for the last year and a half that I've had one. So yeah, if you guys are new, go ahead, leave a big like on this video down below. Really keeps me motivated when I see the support from you guys. And if you're new, checked out this channel for the very first time and you stumbled upon this video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Just think about it. You might actually enjoy what comes out of this channel. And I appreciate every single one of you guys for helping us hit 5,000 subscribers and above. We're now almost at 5,600. That is so cool, guys. There is another giveaway coming at 10,000 subscribers, so stick around for that and, spread the word, guys. Let's help it grow. I will see you guys in the next one, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. Take it easy, everybody.